Man, did you ever think we would ever actually willingly visit Cross Central again? Did you even remember Cross Central exists?
I mean, how could you not, with all these beautiful walls?
Well, that sounds ominous. Like, I've heard of getting angry at people for dropping out of stuff in the middle of MMOs, but like... Oh well. I'm sure we can smooth this over once we just explain what happened. Oh wait, right. So anyway, we're back in the Crossle. For some reason, the only person we can contact is Buggy. We can call Emily again, but she just tells us to meet up at HQ again, so let's just not. Well, great.
Well, it does answer one question.
Notifications get a tiny bit ahead of themselves here. But don't worry, it's only like 20 seconds ahead. Well, great. We've alienated our friends. Everything's awkward as hell. But let's not lose sight of what's important. We must continue playing video games.
I mean, considering that we're a fake AI that lives in the video game, I don't think we have much of a choice in terms of whether or not we continue to play the video games.
There is that. There's the whole thing where there's not really a whole lot to do other than advance the plot, but I don't know. I just have this as a soundbite, honestly. Anyway, the raid place is actually added to the map. We can teleport there again, although we can't do the raid again, obviously. But anyway, entrance to Gaia's Garden has been up here this whole time. It was basically only because of Emily that we couldn't just go here. If we tried, either someone in our party would have been like, no, we gotta go on the raid. And if our party was empty, then Sergei would have done it. There has technically never been a good reason we couldn't just go up here. Yeah, good work, Sergei. I want to say the game immediately plays up this disconnect between how long it's been for us since we did Autumn's Fall and how most other people have just done that. I think that's that writing thing that I keep hearing about.
Something else I find interesting, though admittedly I didn't pay the world of attention, is that for being so mad at us for not being around, it sure doesn't seem like literally anyone else in the party has had their level change or otherwise indicate that they have played the game at all, either.
Yeah. I think that one might literally just be a game mechanic concession. Every now and then the writers get to tell you to just ignore something.
I mean, I'm just saying, it would have made a lot of sense for them to just be like...
Yeah.
Just quietly raise Trani and Emily to have the same level that we do coming out of the Vermilion Wasteland.
Yeah. So anyway, what do you think is the worst possible thing that could happen right now?
Oh no,
Oh yes.
Fucking God.
Oh yes. You know it to be true.
No.
Yes. Accept it. We're doing this.
How long have you been hiding in that tree, you dipshit?
Literally a week. He has been here since finishing Vajro Temple. Would it make you feel any better if I said that even according to our usual standards, we are going to absolutely paste this motherfucker? Because, we kind of are.
I'm not gonna lie, I was really hoping that you would have been able to that she could have just been like, no, and then just walked right past him.
Unfortunately, Leah is actually down with this. Also, I should say that even by my usual standards, I really like this duel. It's just good. There's some great shit here. And like, obviously we are going to demolish this man, but that was a given. So, Apollo Mark III. He's got 2 elements now, and he can shift between them at will. Sometimes he will even actually do that. We spend most of the first round shooting pot shots at each other, but eventually he actually does something, and I subvert it by doing a Crimson Stream right into his big dumb face, and then just letting him burn out. By the way, he can change his hit point total by switching elements just like we can. You can see his health bar reflecting it. In round 2, he likes to do consecutive streams of icicle darts. I've seen him do 5 of them in a row, he just builds up. In the 3rd round, he does something amazing. This is my single favourite duel thing in the entire game. He dicks around for a bit, he builds up skill points, and then when he's good and ready, he breaks out a single level 1 Ice 12, then he's vulnerable. But it's a lie! He actually puts up Frozen Stance, and then he hits you with Blizzard Hawk, and 1 time out of every 10, he will put a fucking mine underneath you and you'll fall on it. It is a one-hit kill. I obviously had to immediately annihilate him with an orbital laser, but like, come on, you've gotta hand it to him. Sometimes you just gotta respect the man. In round 5 he starts breaking out the other guard arts. He's got the Ring of Fire. Also, I'm really pleased about actually managing to hit him with a Frozen Star. It's really difficult. If you let this go on long enough, he'll eventually use some Ice Bastion as well, but I have no interest in letting it go on long enough. I have frozen him and set him on fire. Eat shit. With great regret, I must inform you that it is now time for Apollo's redemption arc.
I mean, it does afford us the opportunity to pull an Emily on him.
Anyway, I had to actually save and reload at this point because something that I did during that duel, like, completely broke the frame rate. I have no idea what happened, it's just, the game just started running at 30 FPS. It was really weird. Anyway, we've got a new party now, and the new party means new banter. We've got a whole new dynamic to work with. Also, they have, like, different abilities to the other people in our other party. That seems important, I guess.
You know, that's just solid gardening advice. You know, I personally have to watch out for that, like, every couple days.
It's a fucker. Anyway, for obvious reasons, Apollo's whole moveset doesn't really need very much introduction. It's ours. He does the same stuff that we do. He sometimes has different text to us because, you know, you can do that. Although I have to say, after this fight, I did actually change my ice setup so that the level 1 melee becomes the Ice 12 and the Frozen Spike is reserved for level 2, but that's just me. Joan, on the other hand, is a Quadra-Guard, so he does big tank stuff. Mostly his repertoire consists of either, like, diverting aggro towards him or granting elemental resistance to other people. Or himself. Also, he's got a big, gigantic shield slam combo, which we definitely have to respect. Anyway, we're back playing Crossworlds, so I guess it's time to get used to having to do ridiculous detours to go and get chests.
And that one barely even qualifies as a detour.
Oh,
That was
don't worry.
That was all of the same screen.
Oh, that was the first screen of Gaia's Garden. This fucking place. Jesus Christ, like, I know, like, it's I've said this so many times it's kind of just starting to become a little bit of a cliche, but this place is just, it's a lot. This place is like a parody of CrossCode. This place is like turning up to 11, being turned up to 11. It's just, it just goes on. It's enormous. And labyrinthine, and full of weird jumps and slightly difficult to detect elevation changes. And oh hi Henry. Like, trying to come up with a plan for how to record stuff in this place pretty much broke me. And in the end I ended up just winging it. So yeah, it's Henry. You know how this works. Just like he says, you've already memorized what the probe looks like. Ah well. The one great redeeming feature of Gaia's Garden, just excuse me while I go and bother my teammates, is that it gives you the city pretty much right at the start. Like, we had to walk the whole way through Maroon Valley to get to Bakikum, but Basin Keep is right at the start of this place. We could not go there, we could just wander around first, but that would be a bad idea for various reasons. So, there's that. Also, cats. These are the only enemies in the game that will actually damage you outside of combat. They just do passive contact damage. They don't seem like much, but when these guys A, get going, and B, show up in numbers, they are a pain to deal with.
You know what? Same, Jern. Same.
Yeah.
Why you gotta punch the cats? That's just bad vibes.
Apollo, if you're not a parrot, why did you spend a week perched in a tree and then drop out and repeat a stock phrase? Yeah, that's what I thought.